Okay, so I just read about this new model web sailor that's making waves in the world of AI. It can tackle super complex information-seeking tasks.
Wait, seriously? Like, what does that even mean? How can a model make sense of super complex tasks better than anything we've seen?
Right? It's wild. It uses something called Sailor Fog QA, which curates data through novel methods like graph sampling, kind of like creating a map for reasoning.
Oh, so it's like when you're trying to find your way in a new city. You need a detailed map, right? That's kind of the feedback they're giving the model.
Exactly. And what really blows my mind is the two-stage training process. First, they do this RFT cold start stage. Then they use something called Dupo.
That sounds intriguing. How does that fit into the whole process? It sounds like some kind of secret agent training.
Haha, right? It's basically an efficient algorithm to boost the model's learning, like an academic cram session, but for AI.
That's an amusing analogy. But seriously, how did they achieve state-of-the-art performance? What were their benchmarks?
Oh, check this out. WebSailor topped scores on massive benchmarks, like 30.1% on the BrowseComp ZH. That's no small feat for an open source model.
Wait a minute, 30.1%. That's impressive, especially for open source. What about this WebDancer model? Is it also on the same level?
Yes, WebDancer is also making strides, focusing on autonomous information seeking. It's got a 4-stage training method that's just as fascinating.
4-stage. What does that entail? I can only imagine the complexity behind getting a model to think like that.
It starts with building browsing data, then sampling trajectories, fine-tuning, and finally applying reinforcement learning. It's like a 4-step dance.
Ha! Dance metaphors for AI. I love it. So how does that help the model actually execute tasks?
Great question. It trains the model to not just follow instructions, but to think critically, making it versatile in web traversal and information seeking.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like teaching a child to not just memorize, but to also question and explore. Pretty profound.
Exactly. And here's where it gets mind-bending. Their demo results show the model handles uncertainty better than others. It's almost like a superpower.
Whoa, a superpower for AI. That's a game changer. How are they measuring that performance exactly?
They've created this robust framework for benchmarking web traversal, like WebWalker QA, which is fascinating for evaluating AI capabilities.
Benchmarking in AI is crucial, right? It's like standardized tests for students. Keeps them accountable and allows for meaningful comparisons.
Yep. And what's interesting is that not just performance, but how the AI navigates through the uncertainties of information seeks is revolutionary.
That's really interesting because it shows a leap towards models that think and reason, not just regurgitate information based on patterns.
Absolutely. And think about applications. Think how this can transform searches, making them smarter and more intuitive for users.
I can totally picture that. It makes querying the web feel more like conversing with a knowledgeable friend than just typing in search terms.
Right? It's a complete shift in interaction, going from passive search to an active dialogue. That gives me chills.
And imagine the implications in fields like education or journalism. We could see entirely new ways to interact with digital content.
Exactly. It's like throwing the door wide open for innovative research and creative projects. This changes everything.
Totally. It also brings up questions about ethics and how we manage this tech. But wow, the potential is just mind-blowing.
For sure. We've got to think carefully about how we harness these developments. It's like being in a sci-fi movie.
Yeah, and it's fascinating to see how quickly these models are evolving. I seriously wonder what the next steps will be.
So if we put it all together, we're looking at models that could fundamentally change how we gather, interpret, and interact with information.
Exactly. Like a bridge to a smarter future where our searches become conversations, not just clicks. Such a thrilling thought.
Right. And it really leaves us with that big question. How will we adapt as these tools become more sophisticated in our daily lives?
That's a powerful takeaway. The future's here, so we better be ready to navigate it responsibly and creatively.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning. I can't wait to see what other breakthroughs are waiting just around the corner.
Me neither. It feels like we're on the brink of a technological revolution. What an exciting time to be talking about AI.
For sure. Who knows what surprises these advancements will bring? Buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride.